Some cars become legends because they break records. Others become infamous because they break everything else. From exploding engines and collapsing wheels to transmissions that shred themselves while parked, these are the stories the car industry wishes you'd forget. Today, we dive into the top 8 engineering disasters in automotive history. And trust me, some of these are so unbelievable you'll wonder how these cars ever reached the road. Engineering disasters aren't just about bad cars, they're about decisions, shortcuts, corporate pressure, and sometimes pure overconfidence. Each story on this list caused recalls, lawsuits, bankruptcies, and in some cases, ended entire brands. Buckle up because we're counting down 8 moments when automotive engineering went horribly, spectacularly wrong. 8. The Ford Pinto. In the early 1970s, Ford wanted a cheap, lightweight car to compete with Japanese imports. What they didn't want to do was redesign the fuel tank, even after internal crash tests showed it could explode in rear-end collisions as low as 30 miles per hour. The now infamous engineering flaw was simple. The fuel tank was placed behind the rear axle with virtually no reinforcement. A metal bolt on the differential could puncture the tank in a crash, and the result was catastrophic. Ford engineers proposed a fix costing $11 per car. Management rejected it, calculating that paying for potential lawsuits would be cheaper than fixing the design. The Pinto scandal turned into a massive ethical and engineering disaster and became a case study in corporate negligence still taught today. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you like this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 99% of you watch the videos without subscribing. Imagine what we could accomplish if everyone subscribed. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, is it done? Great, thank you so much. 7. Audi 5000. In the mid-1980s, Audi tried to break into the US luxury market with the stylish 5000 sedan, but soon, reports flooded in claiming the car would suddenly accelerate without the driver touching the gas pedal. TV shows dramatized it. Lawsuits exploded. Audi almost left the American market. But here's the twist. After extensive investigation, regulators found no mechanical defect. Instead, the pedal placement was slightly different from American cars, causing some drivers to unintentionally press the gas instead of the brake. Audi 100% contributed to the disaster by poorly designing pedal layout, failing to communicate with customers. Completely mishandling PR sales collapsed almost overnight, dropping by more than 80%. The engineering wasn't the only disaster. The public relations meltdown was just as bad. 6. The Smart Fortwo transmission. The first-generation Smart Fortwo was marketed as futuristic engineering. Tiny, efficient, stylish. But owners quickly discovered its most embarrassing flaw. The automated manual transmission had a full second delay between shifts. Imagine merging onto a highway and the car pauses mid-shift like it's buffering a YouTube video from 2004. The problem was fundamental. It wasn't a true automatic. It wasn't a true manual. It was a confused robot trying to imitate both. The result was jerky, unpredictable movement that made normal driving feel like riding a malfunctioning amusement park ride. Despite attempts to improve it, the gearbox became the car's punchline and permanently damaged Smart's reputation in several markets. 5. Mazda RX8. Mazda's rotary engines are legendary, compact, smooth, high-revving, but in the RX8, the iconic Renesis engine suffered from multiple engineering flaws that slowly killed the car. The biggest issue? Apex seal failure. These tiny metal seals keep the rotary engine airtight. When they wear out prematurely, the engine loses compression and eventually fails. But the disaster didn't end there. High oil consumption, hot starting failures, catalytic converters clogging, flooding issues requiring risky restart procedures. Mazda tried multiple revisions, but the damage was done. Engines died at shockingly low mileage, and warranty claims piled up. The RX-8 was eventually discontinued, and rotary engines disappeared from mainline production for over a decade. 4. The Chrysler UltraDrive transmission. In 1989, Chrysler launched the UltraDrive automatic transmission, promising smoother shifts, advanced electronics, and better fuel economy. Instead, it became famous for hard shifting, slipping, dropping into limp mode. complete failure within tens of thousands of miles. The core engineering problem? The transmission fluid. Owners and mechanics used the wrong type because the dipstick simply said, "Use Mopar fluid," with no specific warning. Using anything other than Chrysler's proprietary ATF plus 3 fluid caused rapid internal damage. Even when the correct fluid was used, the transmission still suffered from sensor failures and poor durability. Millions of dollars in warranty repairs followed, and the UltraDrive became one of the most infamous gearboxes in American automotive history. 3. Toyota head gasket failures. Toyota has a reputation for bulletproof reliability, but the early 1990s 3.0-liter V6, 3VZFE, and later the 3.4-liter V6, 5VZFE, had a dark secret. Both engines suffered from catastrophic head gasket failures, often well under 100,000 miles. Owners would notice coolant loss, overheating steam out of the exhaust, and eventually a completely destroyed engine. The cause? A combination of weak gasket material, improper torque design, thermal stress points in the block. Toyota ended up issuing one of the largest extended warranty programs in its history. It's a rare example where Toyota engineering failed hard and quietly cost the company hundreds of millions. 2. The DeLorean DMC-12. The stainless steel style icon looks amazing on screen, but behind the gull-wing doors lurked a sluggish and under-engineered disaster. The PRV V6 engine produced only 130 horsepower, giving the car the acceleration of a tired minivan. But that wasn't the worst part. Engineering failures included poor quality fiberglass underbody, unpredictable electrical system, weak suspension setup, misaligned body panels and doors, underpowered brakes. Many cars arrived at dealerships needing immediate repairs just to be drivable. The DeLorean could have been a real performance icon, but rushed engineering and cost-cutting turned it into a slow, unreliable fashion statement. 1. The Cadillac V8-6-4. Decades before modern cylinder deactivation, Cadillac attempted to build a fuel-saving V8 that could shut off cylinders and run as a V6 or a V4. The idea was brilliant. The execution was a nightmare. The early 1980s computer system simply wasn't powerful or fast enough. As a result, the engine switched modes unpredictably, surged and stumbled, lost power without warning, confused the transmission, triggered constant check engine lights. Drivers hated it. Mechanics couldn't fix it. Most owners ended up disabling the entire system. Cadillac's ambitious idea eventually became a reality decades later, but the V8-6-4 remains one of the biggest engineering flops of its era. Engineering disasters shape the automotive world just as much as innovations do. They remind us that progress isn't a straight line. It's trial, error, and sometimes spectacular failure. Every flawed transmission, overheating engine, and exploding fuel tank teaches the industry how not to design a car. Which of these engineering disasters surprised you the most? And which car should be added to the list in a future video? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into automotive chaos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more stories from the world of cars. Thanks for watching. And remember, great engineering moves us forward. Bad engineering at least gives us good content.